Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We are studying the Arabic grammar, and today's our topic is the case. These are three cases in Arabic called Rafa, Nasb, and Jar. And what it is? Nasab, Jar, and Rafa, what it is? It is very similar to English. But before starting, just for the personality development, just some ideas we should think first. Think from others' perspective. I will broaden your intellectual horizon and will help you tolerate others' point of view. What does it mean? Simply see an example. Please consider your mind as intellectual horizon, how you can get just study in books of your country and books of other countries, so that horizon will improve as a result of that. And when you find like some disagreement with that, so tolerate that, please. It will help you in personality development because your mind will be independent as a result of that. Okay, now we come back to Rafa, Nasb, Jar. In English, different cases are denoted by changing the sequence of words or adding words to it. In Arabic, it is denoted by a change in the pronunciation of the last letter. But what it is, first of all, thing that as in English there are three states of a noun, which is called is case: subjective, objective, and possessive. So the same three is available in Arabic as Rafa, Nasb, and Jar. So this happens. So just for to memorize that in English grammar, what do you have? You know that each noun has three states, three situations. One is called subjective or nominative, which means they act as a subject of independent or dependent clauses. This may happen. Possessive means, which means they show possession of something else. And objective means, which means they functions as the recipient of action or are object of preposition. See, with examples it will be clear to you. For example, what is subjective, which is normal, like a frog, marry, something like this, which means it is independent, it has nothing to do with other words, it has no relationship about that. But objective becomes which is taken action on that. Like frog, you are taking some action on frog, or you are taking action on marry, like this. And possessive is this is the extreme situation. Frogs, that frog is some special frog or some special marry, which is like this. So in English, in singular words, singular nouns, it's like this, and in plural format it becomes frogs, frogs, and you can say a special bar is given at the end of that, like this one. This is in English. And frogs in objective it's the same, which is also has the same situation like this. This is in English. This is just an example. So now we see the Arabic, how its scenario is mentioned here. Like we start one noun which is called Hasan, Hasanun, like normal. So if it is subjective, which is called Rafa, it's Hasanun, like this. When it becomes objective, which means you are taking some action on Hasan, so it becomes Hasanan, like this. Hasanan, like this. This will appear in that way. And if it becomes possessive, which is some special extreme about that, then it becomes Hasanin, like this. Hasan means good. So Hasan, simple good. If possessive means it is some special good, which is Hasanin, which means it is very special Hasanin. And if you are taking some action, good thing, so then become Hasanan, like good action on it, like this. So this is the meaning of this subjective, objective and possessive scenario. Now see another word, al-walid. Walid means your son, your father, walid. So if it become subjective, it will be al-walid. But if you are taking some special action against father, al-walida, please request from your father, which means you have to take some action. And if it is some special father of some person about that, so then it will be al-walidi, like the special father of some special person. This is possessive. Like 3 example, kitabun, this is a noun. Kitab means book. Kitabun means subjective. Subjective means like this is any book. Any book. If you are taking action on book, like read this book, it becomes kitaban. It will appear kitaban, like read book. And kitabin, which becomes some possessive, which is some special, so it means you are talking about some special book. You are talking about it. The pronunciation, Arab, you know, na, that this is especially Rafa. You have studied already, like this, given at the Arab are thus pronunciation, which is just to clear the exact word you can ask about it. Rafa, Nasb and Jar. Rafa is, which is become especially this one, this bar at the top. Nasb means this is like this style, which is kitabun, bun. This is your style, if you have studied already. Or walidu, like this, it happens. Or hasanun, like this, disappear. And jar is under bar. So this is like kitabin, like this. Walidi, like this. Hasanin, like this. As you know, na? So the rule of Arabic grammar is the rafa subjective case is normally denoted by putting a single or double style of word like hasanun or hasanu. But usually when alif lam this is added, then the last of this word, it will be just single walidu, not walidun, al walidun, no. But if you avoid this alif lam, if it is not, So then it will be only walidun. Alif lam is not available. Walidun, like this apple. So kindly just note this one. The nasb, which is normally denoted by putting a single or double bars. So single bar might happen, or it may be double, like fataha or fatahan, like this. This may appear like this. Usually an alif is added after the two fath, after the last letter, as you know this, like this is the double, like this, or it may be single, like this. So kindly, please, pronunciation should be right. You have to use this as Arab people speak in that way. Then the jar, possessive cases, is normally denoted by putting a single or double, like kasaratin or kasarati, like this. You can say this kasarati, or if you call kasaratin, like they will appear like this. As you told that the alif lam, if an alif lam is placed before a noun, it is double movement or converted into single movements. Single movements it will become. If you alif lam is add, like it was walidun, but when you added alif lam, which means some special father, then you have to take single only. Al walidu, like this, or al walida, or al walidi, like this. So don't use double bar. You will not use this. Is it clear? If the default case has a single dhamma, a single fath or kasara will be placed in other cases. If the default case has double dhamma, a double fath or kasara, whatever you will have to use the double. If it is by default it is single, then you will always use single. But if it is double bar, then you have to use double bars. Okay, whether it is kasara or fath or jarra, whatever it is, but you have to use double if the start is double. If start is single, then you have to use single only. So rule is this one. Then the next is a few nouns. For example, 1 to 2% do not change their form. They remain the same in all cases. They are called mabni, mabnij, mabnijun, like this. The example, the word haza, this will remain the same in all forms. You will learn them by experience. So definitely, because it is only 1-2% words only, so you cannot memorize them, but with the practice you will get it when you will study Arabic language. So with inshallah, after some time, especially the Quran, because all this harafat, this nasb, jar, so all of them, fath is available in the Quran. So that's why it will be easy for you to pronounce it. Some nouns which are around 14-15%, some nouns change their form, but they are the same as nasb or jar. They are called ghaira munsarif. Non-munsarif means it will not change, unchangeable words. They are not changed. Like the word Ibrahimu will be Ibrahima if it is nasb or jar, but it will not become Ibrahimi. No, it is not allowed. Similarly, the word Muslimatun it will become muslimatin. It cannot become muslimatan. No. Such words also do not carry a tanween. So it will do not carry a tanween. Tanween means like this muslimatun, tun, like this. So this tanween is not available in some words, but all of them are just some special cases in some nouns. So don't care of it. There is no issue. If you will word, when you speak, you might take some errors. It might happen. So, but right now, just ignore it. But after some times, with some practices, you will get it. So now, see some test. Now, some rafa. This is subjective format of some word. You have to prepare objective and possessive format. How you will speech. Please try it. I will share some examples, but most of them you will do it and then check in the, especially the answer book. So whatever your errors are there, there is no problem, but you will find it that what errors you have found it and it will be resolved. This will not be a big issue. Like the word Muhammadun. If it is objective, what will happen? Muhammadin. Possessive will become, objective will be Muhammadan and possessive will be Muhammadin. Similarly, Rasulun, in objective it will become Rasulan. Possessive means Rasulin. If you add alif lam means some special prophet, so it will become in subjective, in rafa it is ar-rasulu, in objective or nasb it will become ar-rasula. If possessive it will become ar-rasuli, like this. So what's the benefit of this? So with this, like especially when you will find at the last of this, especially harakat of this nas, rafa, nasb and jar, which change at the end of the word, you will find it whether it is subjective or objective or possessive. So you will be able to understand the meaning of that. I will share some example like Ar-Rasul. Al means some special prophet. So if it is called a Rasula, which means you are giving some action to the prophet. Like example, you will ask some request from a prophet, from the prophet, some special prophet you are talking, which means you are requesting him some special. And possessive or jar, possessive, you know that this is some special, normally denoted by putting a single or double bar like this appear. So this is some special scenario of that. So it means that you are talking about some special prophet, about some request or some whatever, or is some action like this. So some other words are also available. Please give this practice right now and see the answer, what errors are available with you. So it will improve when you will understand, when you will take some action. The benefit is that you will be able to memorize the things. Now at the last, I will rule is there that note that by adding the alif lam before a noun result in the single dhamma at the last letter. If an alif lam is not placed before a noun, It has double dhamma. For example, sama'un, like it become long. As-sama'u, if alif lam is added, it become long. As you memorized in the previous lecture, previous chapter you have studied, so it is like this, as-sama'u. But if alif lam is not there, then it will be short, sama. But if sometimes it become like a double with alif lam, it become there. So inshallah, now we end this. In the next lecture we will start with numbers of Arabic wahid, tasniya, jama, what it is and how the words are used. It whatever questions appear in your mind, please feel free to send to my email here. And if you have not yet downloaded the books, please download the book from these links. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot taking time from you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.